Oh, my wonderful people, today I want to be telling you a story about a lesbian couple that adopts an autistic boy that is obsessed about airplanes. You know, there's this lesbian couple and lesbian couples can't get children, so they end up adopting this boy, and the boy's name is Billy. And Billy is so enthusiastic and passionate about freaking airplanes and flying. And near the home of this lesbian couple, there's a hangar. And in this hangar there are these private airplanes like you see over here, these Cessna type airplanes. And there's this pilot and also this mechanic that is named Frankie. And Billy goes after the school every day to the hangar and learns everything about airplanes and wants to go flying, you know. He says to Frankie, "I wanna fly. Let me fly, Frankie." And then Frankie asks the lesbian couple, you know, his mothers, I mean, that can Billy go flying with me? And the parents are just, yeah, you know, whatever, you know, he's so obsessed with those airplanes, just take him to fly, like, yeah, that kind of stuff. And then they go and they fly. And they fly for a few hours, you know, on this private airplane type of deal. And do you know what happens when they land and Billy comes back home? Billy is no longer interested in airplanes at all. He has kind of lost all interest in airplanes. And next day, when he goes to school, he gets this love letter from a girl. And because the kid is autistic, you know, Billy is so autistic, he can't like process this like love letter at all. And do you know what Billy does? In the night time, the next day, he goes back to the hangar and he has the love letter with him and he drinks a half-liter of kerosene at the hangar when there's nobody there, you know. Frankie is at his home, you know. And next morning, Frankie comes to the hangar and finds Billy there, freaking dead, poisoned by a half-liter of kerosene, drank freaking straight. And like Frankie is pretty, you know, he's pretty like doesn't know what to do, so he runs to the home of the lesbian couple and says that something has happened to Billy. And the lesbian couple come and they see the boy and they're like, oh no. And then truth detective is called to the scene. And truth detective kind of figures out that yeah, Billy was in a mind state that was not really normal. He ended up drinking a half-liter of kerosene and killing himself. And he concludes that this was not a murder, it just happened, you know. And the lesbian couple, you know, they are kind of like traumatized by this thing, but at the same time they take it a pretty light-hearted way, because really, Billy, maybe he was not supposed to be in this world either way. Maybe he was too autistic for this world. But what's the teaching behind this story, after all? It's that maybe you are like Billy and you could become the next Top Gun. So when you fail the first time, don't go and drink that half-liter of kerosene. Try again and you're gonna become the next Top Gun. Thanks for watching.